Hello.
Hello, is this Stacy?
It is.
Hi, Stacy. This is Paul, Outsider Tacklebox radio show and podcast. We have Tommy in the studio.
Hey, Stacy, how's it going?
Good. How about you guys?
We're doing great.
I'm doing all right. I could be stuck next to somebody better, but I'm okay.
Well, I have a good look today, I thought. I have Tommy got me reindeer ears. And
antlers.
So you'll... Antlers. Yeah. Ears. They're antlers.
Deers don't hear from their antlers.
Well, that's true. I said it wrong. So you get things wrong enough, and that's I shorten my words too.
Yeah, I know you do.
So that's just how I operate. So
Fantastic. Yes. I was wondering if there was going to be beer involved this morning as well.
There is beer. There is coffee. We are good to go.
Yes, we start the show off.
Fantastic.
We can talk about
all
anything.
Those things.
We're here. We're just here to have fun and have a great Saturday morning, and talk about
fish stories.
Fish stories.
So welcome to Fish Story. The idea behind the show is to spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing, and we feel like fish stories and photos do just that. And you sent in quite a bit of photos on our I'm an Outsider fishing group, so thank you very much. And you also send it to us directly. And so that first photo that we have up there looks like it can be inside of a magazine. I thought that's such a great picture.
Actually, to be honest, all of these pictures
they all do. They're all
just one big article about Stacy.
And we will.
There's just so many awesome pictures here. I mean, those trout are huge. That cat that you're holding in that one picture is just massive.
And there's a shark.
What? No. There's no shark.
That's a sturgeon.
It's a sturgeon.
Oh, sturgeon. Okay. Yeah. It looks like a shark.
Sorry.
They do. They're pretty prehistoric looking.
Yeah, yes. They are.
And I'm not smart, Stacy, so I often just I say whatever comes to my head.
You know what, Stacy? He's not kidding. He's not really that smart.
I thought it was a shark. I was calling a tarpon a tarpoon.
Yeah.
Today, I guess that's just how I'm doing it.
Yeah,
that's my day.
He actually does have a master's degree, but it's written on the back of a cereal box. So I don't believe it.
They love to point that out. But here, only when it benefits them, right? So,
does it work? It's
like
so
when it comes to work, they're like, just talk to Paul. He handles everything because he's smart, and they do nothing. But on the radio show, they like to point out how dumb I am, which I'm fine with both. I'm totally fine with it.
You're book smart, and that counts for something. That counts.
You're street smart.
Yeah, that's right.
And that counts for nothing. Let's get back to the show.
You balance each other out. That's perfect.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's the whole yin and yang of the show.
This is her podcast. We just got picked up on iTunes, iHeartRadio,
Spotify, Podbean.
And we get broadcasted all over the world. We have a following in Germany.
Yes, we do.
And mostly here in the States, so it's our big following. And so let's get back. This is her podcast. It's her fish story. We want to hear where you caught the fish, what bait you were using, and the size of the fish if you know it.
All right.
Well, you will have to forgive me because I know I sent you guys a million pictures. So
pick one.
What is it? Is it the big steelhead or?
Oh.
Well, you know what? Let's go with the one that I made a mistake on because I thought it was a shark, but it's a sturgeon.
Yeah, let's go with the sturgeon. What were you using on the sturgeon, and where were you at?
I was at CJ Strike Reservoir, which is a reservoir here southeast of where I live in Idaho, out home, and there's an old adage about sturgeon because they're so big, it's pounded with a whole crappie. You can't use live bait, you can use whole fish.
Okay.
And basically what you do, as far as sturgeon go, for being as big as they are, you can catch them in pretty shallow holes. That particular one happened to be right below the face of the dam where the turbines are, and they like to hang out in there because, you know, the water comes through the dam, comes through the turbine. You know, some fish don't make it through that whole little journey through the dam, and so the sturgeon like to hang out there in that rough water and pick up all the bits that that come through,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just hanging out there, and we had thrown out a pole, and a few people around us had been catching one, and I took the last fish of the day. We were about ready to go home, and I took the last fish of the day, and it's hard. You can't take sturgeon out of the water here in Idaho, so I have no idea how much that one possibly weighed. It was a 9-foot fish.
Yeah, it looks pretty huge, actually. I mean, just the picture that you sent with your
It looks big enough to be a shark.
Yeah.
That's how big it looks.
You keep
Yeah, that one was a 9-footer.
I'm gonna
There's
keep,
some.
I'm gonna
Sorry, go ahead.
keep saying it's a shark
Is
until
that the
in my
word of the
head
day
I think if I say it's a shark, it'll eventually become a shark,
It never will be. Sorry, it's a sturgeon.
and like the story just changes.
No. See, that's the problem. That's what happens.
Well, to your credit, they are a lot like sharks.
Yes.
They're a cartilaginous fish. They don't have any bones. They have somewhat of an exoskeleton,
Yep.
kind of. And the only thing that they have is, basically a spinal cord and some cartilage in their face, and that's
it.
pretty much all they have for bones. So yes, they're probably closer related to a shark than anything else. So
There
we'll
it
give
is.
you that.
I feel better. That sturgeon
You win.
became a shark.
You,
I knew it.
no.
I knew it, and that's why I kept saying it.
No.
You're so disappointed, Tommy.
I'm
He's shaking
disappointed
his
in
head,
you.
but she helped us out, and now I feel better.
No, she. Stacy,
Now you feel better,
Stacy,
right?
Yes,
Stacy.
It's all about spreading happiness, Tommy. Let's leave the story as is. 'Cause I'm happy.
Tommy's mad.
I'm not mad. It's just I know Paul likes to make up stories that's how he makes up a lot of his fishing stories. He's like, oh yeah, I caught a great white shark in Lake Tahoe, and I'm like, no, you didn't. Stop. So anyway,
Anything's possible, Tommy. How do you know somebody that shark didn't get there somehow? That's all I'm
pretty
saying.
easy. Pretty easy.
Let's get back to her story because it's her fish story, not ours.
I know. So
that's
the
too
other,
funny.
the other picture that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about was you have a rainbow trout picture that you sent in, and it looks like a really big rainbow. You know which one I'm talking about?
Am I wearing those really ugly boots that are yellow?
I don't know. You're wearing a pink sweatshirt.
And a looks like a headlamp.
Oh, okay. Okay, that one.
Okay.
All right. So that is technically a rainbow trout, but that's actually a steelhead.
Yes.
And so the only difference between your rainbows and your steelhead are ocean-going trout, basically.
Yeah.
So when they leave here in Idaho, they release them. They go out to the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
swim around for a couple of years, and come back, and then they become a steelhead.
Okay.
So they're regulated a lot differently and
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. The limits are not as fun. You don't get to take home 6. You only get between 1 and 3. That particular one was in Hell's Canyon,
Okay.
and Hell's Canyon, there's a couple of ways to fish Hell's Canyon. Most people do it by boat, or you can either fish the Oregon side or the Idaho side.
Okay.
If you fish the Idaho side, you have to walk down a set of stairs that basically clings to the wall of the canyon.
Okay.
So it's I think my kids counted one day, it's like 320 stairs or something.
Wow.
That is a lot of stairs. Tommy, you would never make that.
I would never. Well, I would make it down. I
You
wouldn't
would
make
look
it
at
up.
it. We would take a picture of you at the bottom.
You wouldn't make it back out.
Yeah, I'd make it down fine. I just wouldn't make it back up. I would be like, send a chopper.
It's a one trip.
Send a
for
chopper
you.
with an emergency person and have them
It's
dangle
gotta
down
be
and
like
grab
a
me.
big
'Cause
helicopter.
It would have to be one of those military helicopters
cranes.
with the double propeller just to hold me up.
The show would just be from the bottom of that stairwell case.
Yeah, I would just tell you to bring down my mic. I was like, I'm not
We
getting
wouldn't
back
move
up
it.
that
Like
thing.
it would just be there.
That would be a great location, though.
It would be, I'm sure.
A lot of fish, I bet.
The scenery would be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to do that, except for those stairs already make me scared.
They're a nightmare for you.
Oh,
You're gonna have a dream about it.
I am.
You're like the one spot that you want to fish.
I can't make it.
You can't go to.
I'm like, no, I can't. Wake me up.
You'd have to train. You'd have to train for it, and you would be on like the stepper thing at the. Like that's the machine at the gym where it's just steps.
With Eye of the Tiger playing in my headphones, I'm like, Eye of the Tiger. Put a hamburger in front of me so I run faster.
No, we're not gonna use food because we're gonna go fishing. Well, thank you for participating on our social media platforms.
Absolutely.
And we saw a few pictures of your kids, so we love fishing families.
Absolutely. They're
welcome to come on the show as well. We love hearing from people and
it's just all about having a good time and everybody sharing their story and fishing families and we just love
please come back.
Joy.
So it's all about spreading happiness to the world through the joys of fishing. So we're gonna put this up on YouTube later, and then
it'll be
iTunes.
on iTunes, iHeartRadio. So you can go around and start telling people, hey, look, I'm kind of a big deal.
I'm a big deal.
You can tell people I'm kind of a big deal.
I was on the radio show.
The kids can go to school and tell everybody, look, dude, my mom was on the radio. Your mom wasn't. So.
That's awesome, and I love what you guys do. I love the platform. I think it's really cool.
Awesome,
so I appreciate it very much.
We appreciate that.
I wish we were smarter for her.
I know
a little bit.
I know. It was
really do.
She was probably like, "Oh, that's such a disappointment."
I mean, she knew who she was going to talk to.
No, I know.
Like we could only go so far with it.
I know.
You guys just need to come up here, come visit Idaho, and
absolutely
we'll teach you all this fun stuff about Idaho fish.
Absolutely. See, we've already just today alone, we've already been invited to Pennsylvania,
and I feel like we're traveling right now.
Utah,
via Idaho. The phone through our invites. Yeah. I see us on the trip. Yeah. We go to Utah.
I was picturing myself on the trip minus you.
No, stop it.
But
well, thank you very much from all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box.
Real quick, Stacy, also stay tuned for a lot of the giveaways and stuff that we're going to be doing too. So just know that you're eligible for all of that stuff too. Okay?
Yes. Sounds great.
All right.
From all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box, Merry Christmas, tight lines, fish more.
Have a great Saturday. Have fun. Take care, and we will talk to you again soon.
Sounds fantastic, guys. Same to you.
Absolutely. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.